I go to the federal capital of Nigeria. I am not seeing the vice president of Nigeria. Is it Kasim Shettima? I don't know. I don't even know that man's name. I don't know his name. I don't want to know. But each time I enter Aso Rock, his seat is always vacant. I've said this thing before. In 2027, I am not seeing him with Tinubu. I'm seeing another person with Tinubu. I don't know what they are planning, but the seat of the vice president, Kasim Shettima, is vacant. And God said if you like, you believe. If you like, don't believe.
My mind is telling me that Tinubu will not use Shettima as his running mate again come 2027 presidential election. My mind doesn't lie to me. Even my mind, they lie to me. They ever lie to me. And my mind also telling me that Shettima will soon join ADC coalition. Mark today's date. Go and mark today's date. And I will still come back to this video again. And I will make another video when it will happen. That is video I made where I dey beg Atiku, Kwankwaso, Erufai, Peter Obi, and the rest, make them, all of them, come together and form one party. That is the only way they can shake APC. And it happened, and later happened. I made the video. If you have been following me, you go know when I made the video. Now, I am making another prophecy again. Today, 11th July 2027, Shettima will soon join ADC coalition. And Tinubu no go use Shettima again as his running mate come 2027 presidential election. That's what my mind is telling me. And it will happen. With what I'm seeing, with the way things are going, it will happen. And when it will happen, I'll come back to this video.
The perceived rift between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima is getting noticed almost on a daily basis, and people are talking about it. The latest to draw attention to this was the former Secretary to the Federal Government, Babashi Lawal. Babashi Lawal claimed that Shettima is being mistreated and that Shettima does not have access as Vice President, that is being neglected. In fact, in the interview in question, Babashi Lawal said that while vice presidents are known as spare tires, in the case of Shettima, he said that Shettima is a flat tire. And he argued that if he was Kashim Shettima, he would have resigned instead of being mistreated. It was also, don't forget that not long ago, Hakim Baba Ahmed, the former spokesperson of Northern Elders Forum, who resigned to join the Tinubu team as a special advisor to Kashim Shettima, resigned from the government. And it was alleged that he claimed to have left because Kashim Shettima is being sidelined by the Tinubu administration. And only recently, a high-powered meeting was held at the government house in Maiduguri, Borno State, in which the top issue in discourse was that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was planning to run for second term without his vice president, Kashim Shettima. In that meeting that was held at the government house in Borno, government house in Maiduguri, Borno State, the All Progressive Congress elders, including the state chairman, begged on Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to dump Kashim Shettima in his second term bid, saying that Shettima is a loyal vice president, and also admonished Shettima to continue to be obedient to his boss. That meeting that was held at the government house was the clearest indication that things have fallen apart in the relationship between Kashim Shettima and his boss. Because if it was not so, I don't think that such a meeting would take place at the government house in Maiduguri. Because that was the government house that Shettima used to preside over before he became vice president. And to add more salt to the wound, just a few hours ago I saw a report by the Presidency denying that there was a rift between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima. Stanley Nkwocha, the senior special assistant to the President on Media and Communication, Office of the Vice President, said that it was mischief makers, those who want to create a rift between Kashim Shettima and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Those are the ones creating all these stories. But he has not denied that there was a meeting that was held in Maiduguri whose resolution was to beg Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to drop their son from the ticket in 2027. Because if everything was in order, why would they be begging Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to drop Kashim Shettima? For them to beg like that, and begging like that from the office of the governor, shows that the problem is deeper than the public is made to appreciate. According to the latest report, which was carried by some unverified blogs, which necessitated this statement from the Presidency, the blog said that military people were used to block the Vice President from having access to the presidential villa. The statement from his office said it was not true, that such a thing never happened, and that it was the figment of the imaginations of those who are spreading this story. But what is my takeaway from it is that there is no smoke without fire. There is no smoke without fire. Why would we suddenly, 2 years in office and 2 years to go, we are now hearing that there is a rift between the two? Tinubu ran on a Muslim ticket with Kashim Shettima as his preferred vice president. Now, what did Kashim Shettima do wrong? I have talked about it in another video. Why Tinubu want to change course? But to come and claim that people are just planting this story, why would they plant these stories? Why would people begin to plant stories that there's a rift between the vice president and the president? It would have even made a lot of sense for the presidency to deny and denounce the meeting that was held at Government House in Meduguri. Because if they had denied that and said they have no hand in it, then that would have made some sense. But they didn't deny that story. That story had been there. That story had been there, that a meeting was held at the Government House, Meduguri, begging Tinubu not to drop Shettima. If Tinubu had no intention of dropping Shettima, why would they do a meeting at Government House in Meduguri, begging Tinubu not to drop him? Does that make sense? So the idea that people are just cooking up stories, I don't buy it. When people of Borno State APC are unhappy that their son is about to be dropped, and they don't want that to happen.
Hello, my people, welcome back. I know many of you must have watched and listened to waiting this guy talk concerning Shettima, because Shettima na person will be say be person where though the kind of person we Shettima be Tinubu he don't try for now the way many people they talk, because Shettima na person will be say he been the plan where him been get before he joined Tinubu. He own plan and he no just work. If not within the plan, why they bring that Muslim ticket of it be say they been think say okay Tinubu na person wey be say e go just do 1 month come buy. Now why be say they support that Muslim ticket of it in that time. But now what are you guys seeing now? Now wey be say God can't give Tinubu long life and prosperity. Wey Tinubu don dey fulfill wetin him tell everybody before he starts. All the Shettima and many guys out there, they don't dey against am. Even as Shettima come and come talk about wetin Tinubu do to the governor of Rivers State when he impeach am, no be say him dey for him heart when he come talk. If to say na Shettima na him dey rule sef, na him for even do worse than Tinubu. Why him dey talk all this one now? He just that him and Tinubu dem no dey in good term now, and very soon you go see say Tinubu might even comot am, like wey be say e no go be invited in the next presidential election. And the way Shettima dey think at times no be so im suppose be. If you be person wey be say you wan make una do something together, una go do am together jeje, no be the way dem dey do. Tinubu don study some northerners wey dey saying dey treat dem bad. You know say all this vote, thank God say this thing even reach Tinubu, even the Yoruba people are they been na this northern people na them this power dey for their hand. Therefore don't buy many people for this country. Thank God for everybody lives. And the next election will be saying they come. What I have to tell you concerning the next election na be this: if you know say you no go fit vote anybody wey be say southerners go produce, may you support your own Tinubu. Although we know they come here, maybe we come preach about support or no support. Now good person wey be saying we fit control this country now we need. And you wey be say you dey else now, if you have anything to say concerning this, you drop your own say on this matter for comment section. And if na today be your first time, make you like, share and make you subscribe. Thank you.